Welcome to Guys in the Zone Talk Show, your place for news and tips on land and life in Costa Rica's Southern Pacific Zone.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ben.
And I'm Rod.
We're the Guys in the Zone.
Yeah, welcome to episode 14. We got a little something different for this episode. Excited to share with you.
Well, one thing that's different is that we're sitting in front of a brand new painting that we were gifted here in the office that I'm kind of excited about. This was done by a local artist, and we'll be posting some information about her background and about this new piece of art on our website, so we'll be talking about it.
And the new office is definitely shaping up, and that was a big step forward. So today we're going to be splicing in a couple of videos shot on location, and this kind of piggybacks on the idea, I think, from the last video of why buy in the Southern Pacific Zone of Costa Rica. And we've been talking about it, and I know there are a couple of key features or highlights, I think, that people come looking for. And so we're going to kind of describe those.
The first one is the one that we all know about, and it is the ocean view. It's what everybody, for the most part, is looking for when they come into our office and indicate that they're looking for a piece of property. We can almost just assume that they're going to want an ocean view. So it is perhaps.
And I was just going to say, and that kind of transcends any budget. I mean, because there's great ocean views under $100,000 now in Uvita and other parts of the area, but that goes all the way up to $1 million homes. Almost all of them have an ocean view, and in fact, all of the developments in the area, large farms that were bought and turned into or subdivided into smaller parcels, all have been focused on the ocean view. So
getting themselves positioned and oriented to the ocean. And so it is perhaps the number one influence when we evaluate a property is, how's the ocean view? So the ocean view is very important. Now, one thing that I've talked about in blog articles, if you look back on some older articles, you'll see a graphic, and I'm going to put it up here right now. The zone is really an area where the topography in Costa Rica is quite unique. It's where the mountains come down to the sea, like this. And all you got to do is just step inland a little ways, four-wheel drive generally up to your property, and you're looking out over the ocean, which isn't very far away. You can actually hear the waves. You can certainly see them. And the air is cool. It's just a wonderful mix. So the ocean view is a large determiner of the value of the property and the desirability of the property.
So I think now we're going to cut to the piece that we just shot at one of our favorite developments with some of the most breathtaking ocean views, specifically oriented around kind of a southerly view of the coastline and the whale's tail here in Uvita, a development called Costa Verde Estates. And so we're going to cut to that now, so you can kind of get an idea of what that's like live.
The main thing that people are looking for in property in Costa Rica is view. And so the number one influencer on value on a piece of property is view. So I'm standing here in a development called Costa Verde. It's up above Escaleras here in the Dominical Uvita zone, and it's got a view. Check it out. All right, so we're re-emerging back from what you just saw in our video there of Uvita's whale's tail as seen from the Costa Verde development, and it definitely shows well why...
Fantastic development.
Yeah, why the ocean view is such an important feature of the properties in the zone. No one can look at that. When we go up to Costa Verde, is really known for its views. Every lot up there has got that wowzer view.
I was going to say that goes for a lot of Escaleras, and that's why prices tend to be a little higher in Escaleras than in other places. But in Uvita, you tend to get more of a straight-on view of the whale's tail. In Lagunas, you tend to get views more north up the coast, which I guess northwest, which is nice. You know, it all becomes a matter of personal preference. But yeah, it's hard to beat those views up in Costa Verde and Escaleras.
So it really factors in to our business of real estate here in Costa Rica Southern Pacific Zone is what does the view look like? And the topography here is so radical, frankly, that you don't, it isn't like the mountain range. The coastal mountain range runs parallel to the ocean, which by the way is diagonal to the globe. So when you're looking at the ocean, you're kind of looking southwest. Right? It isn't like in the United States where on the coast of California is due west, and the coast of the eastern seaboard is due east, and that's the Atlantic. Here it takes you a while to dial it in, if you ever dial it in. But with the topography running every which way and the coastline being diagonal anyway, you just never know if you're looking north or west or south. From our home, we're looking pretty much due south down the southern coast, and it's an extraordinary vantage to have.
And we're more southwest. And it's interesting because the view of the islands from your house, when I was there the other day, is completely different than the view from ours, where it's straight out. We're a little lower than them. So I think you really have to come and stand on a few properties to start to get the idea of what you're looking for or what you're getting in a view and how it touches you, because you just can't get it from photos, and that's one of the reasons we're doing video on location, which kind of leads us to the next feature or highlight of properties in the zone, which is waterfalls and rivers, water. And there are some very nice properties that have ocean view and river, and some of them just have river. But I know we're going to talk a little bit about river, and then we did another little spot on location.
And that dovetails into an expression that we feel compelled to use with regard to these properties. The quintessential Costa Rican properties are the ones that have the ocean view and have a waterfall on or nearby, because that is, the overused terms here in Costa Rica are paradise and dream. You are living the dream here in paradise, because it's kind of what we all, imagine when we think about paradise, is these, birds of paradise, flowers, toucans, and Waterfalls, yeah, that's paradise, and that is really the kind of property that we have here, and it's what really adds value in a lifestyle sense. I'm not talking about value in a monetary sense, but they do kind of run together sometimes.
Well, let's give them a look on location at one of our favorite developments, Whale's Tail Estates, and the river that runs along that development with nice trails down to the river, which we're really not going to show. We're just going to be at the river at this point, but very nice.
Let's cut into that now.
This is the Rio Cortesal here in Uvita. It runs in an area that's right alongside of a number of properties that we've got here. It's just a magical place. You talk about a value add on a property or just the beauty of life, the quality of the lifestyle that we can have here in Costa Rica. This is right next to a development that's called Whale's Tail Estates. We've only got a couple of lots left in it, but that development has a private access to this area. You can see the wall here, the cascade. It's just a beautiful trail that we just came down, just about a 3-minute walk.